like if you've dated my friend and then you realize like, oh, I'm into you more than your friend.
You should have known from the start.
You should have known from the start.
You should have taken your time instead of rushing into something.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Zainab.
And I'm Mia.
And welcome to another episode of Sprinkles and Spice and Class is in Session.
Woo!
We're back
With ice creams that are melting.
Mm-hmm. We are having Colombia. We needed a break.
You know what I miss the most about Kuwait?
What?
KDD.
Yeah.
Literally. National treasure.
Honestly, it's the best. Everything. What's your favorite KDD ice cream?
Literally Colombia.
Really?
My number one.
I love Colombia. I loved it when I was a kid. My favorite now, my all-time favorite, is the Lulu, the cone, the chocolate cone. Because they have a chocolate cone and then they have a vanilla. The chocolate nougat cone.
Nougat?
Nougat. What is it? Nugget? Nougat?
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 I say nougat. I don't say how
French gal. What do you say about it? Nougat?
nougat. I have a nougat.
Anyways, slaps. So good. So good. But I used to be a fadda bitch. I used to love fadda.
You know what I used to really like? The KDD strawberry milk. Mind you, I have like the worst stomach ever. Like I cannot tolerate lactose. I was downing that strawberry milk.
As a kid or as an adult?
As a kid, have I bought it as an adult and then like been in my bed dying? Yes.
If anybody's watching this episode or listening to this, they think KDD is a sponsor.
They're really not.
They're not. We just, honestly, we love KDD. It is really a national treasure. And Mia's almost done with her Colombia and I'm just yapping. I'm still yapping. But anyways.
I'm eating. I came here to eat. This is now a mukbang channel. The people listening are like, what is going on? Guys, I missed you.
Did you miss us? Because we missed you. But you know who I miss the most?
Who?
Who I miss the most?
Who?
Tariq.
You know,
You thought I was going to say you. I know you were.
I was like,
no,
like,
but
is she
honestly,
gonna-
I missed you so much.
Yeah, we were on the phone a lot. Guys.
We were on the phone a lot. Not as much though this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
We were going through it.
It was Mercury in retrograde. We'll talk about that later. We both almost
Yeah,
died.
we're gonna, because we did a Let's Get Spicy 2 weeks ago. We asked everyone how you guys were doing during the last Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
And I think the answers were very telling. We were going through it too.
We were all trauma bonding.
We were trauma bonding indeed, for sure.
And you guys, we saw your DMs. We know you missed us. We know you're like, when is going to be back? Some people were like, get in the studio. What are you doing?
Yeah, like literally someone was like, shut the fuck up and get back in the studio.
And I just want to say that I get it, girl. So same.
Every time I would post something on my story, people are like, when is the next episode?
I know.
I haven't been active on my socials, no, but
I've been
we'll get
posting
into that.
couches as usual. So if you follow me, enjoy me just looking at
No,
furniture.
it's upgraded to like living spaces now. Yeah.
Now I really like, I have a vision for my house. I want every room to look.
It's no longer just a couch.
Now there's tables, there's walls. Like I know what my house wants. Like I want people to walk into my house and for them to have a gut reaction of like, where am I? And then be like, is this how? Like,
So you don't want your house to feel like a home? You're like, you want it to feel like a museum,
Like
an
a freak
experience.
show a little bit.
A freak show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. Yeah, I totally see that. So what have you been up to since our last episode? When was our last episode? Our last episode actually was with Saad. That was a fun one.
Yeah, we lied. We said it's you in 2 weeks.
We said in 2 weeks.
And then we announced on Instagram, it was actually 3 weeks. It was like, what, a month and a half? 6 week break.
Girl, Lord knows we needed it more than ever. But what have you been up to? Mia left me as usual.
Yeah, I did leave.
So yeah,
It's
Mia,
the hottest country
Mia
in the
left
world.
Me.
Did you think I was going to stay?
I thought
during
maybe
summer?
I would be enough for you to stay.
No, since you were studying so much.
I mean, you stayed for the biggest chunk of summer. Wait, when did you leave? You left in August?
No, I left in July.
Okay.
Yeah. I told you, whatever happens, I will not be here in August. where you drive and you literally feel like the sun is burning through your knees.
It was
Absolutely
humid.
not.
I mean, July and August are our hottest months, but August is
The worst.
worst. It's humid. Now the weather is like nicer, but we're not here to talk about the weather,
Yes, we're
Mia.
not.
We're
This
not
is
here to
not-
talk about the weather. What is this, the Weather Channel?
This is not a weather report.
No, it's like, you know how like when you meet someone and you have literally nothing to talk about and you're like, so beautiful weather today, huh?
No, but you know what it is? Like, I feel like living in England for 7 years did something to me mentally where like, you know, they always talk about the weather and it's always raining. So I don't even understand like why we're talking about the weather. Like, oh, it's a bit
No,
muggy.
no.
It's like, shut up. It's
when
always
it's
muggy.
gloomy.
You have to mention it.
No, when it's gloomy in London, at least, like it's so gloomy that I'm just like, get me out of here. I hate it so much. Like there are days where it's so gloomy, everything's just gray. Like you can be in the happiest mood ever. I am the kind of person that's affected by the weather though.
Saying we should move to LA.
Enough about the weather. Honestly,
No one
we're
cares.
just gonna spend this
No
whole
one
episode,
cares.
like our welcome back episode, and it's like, let's talk about the weather, you guys.
We're actually pitching ourselves as the forecast girl. Did you ever as a child look at the forecast girl and think, I could do this? Like, I could do this job. And then like at some point, I think when I was like 9, I was like, no, I couldn't. I wouldn't remember anything. And it's like, she was like, and it's raining in Lyon. And I'm like, how do you know Lyon was there?
Yeah.
I feel like I would be like, it's a green screen. You know, like, who do you, I don't know. I couldn't be a forecast girl, but I would love to be. Like, there's something about it that's like, so fun to me. No, I swear, listen to me. I'm being dead serious right now. Like, this is a memory unlocked.
Spiraling. Anyways, but my favorite season is almost here. Fall. I'm such a white girl. No, but honestly, I love fall.
It's the fashion.
Fall fashion. And also like, well, in Kuwait, we don't really see fall or autumn if you're English. If you must. But when I used to live in West Virginia,
Mountain Mama,
Mountain Mama,
take me home.
you used to see like 4 seasons, and fall. Oh my God, it was like a painting. Like the colors were beautiful. So I am excited to go to the US soon. Actually, that's my news. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just,
Are you sad that I'm going on my first vacation this year?
no, I was just like, oh, I wish I was there, but it's a family trip, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to invite myself.
I mean, I would love for you to come. We should do a US trip, but
Yeah. But we have to do a road trip. Like, I want to do a road trip and I want to go to all weird towns. I want to go to Mississippi.
yeah.
I don't know
wanna
what
go
there
to
is.
the South. I haven't been to the South.
Same.
Yeah.
But I also want to wear like the outfits.
I
Like,
wanna
you know
go to
how,
Louisiana.
you know how Bella Hadid is like now walking around like a
Yeah.
cowgirl? That's
I want to live my cowgirl era.
Same.
Honestly, remember when we all had like cowboy boots? Cowboy boots are back, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wish.
I still have cowboy boots.
Like the past 2-3 years, I've been kicking myself so much for all the shit I threw out 10 years ago.
I've been
Not 10
kicking
years
you.
ago, 20 years ago.
I've been kicking you for too. Every time we get
I
to
had like
arguments.
fringed. Well, they weren't mine. They were Fatma's, but I stole them. She had like fringed Uggs.
Oh my God, wait, I think my mom had these.
They're so hot.
But I used to have a pair of fringe. Yeah, but they're like all like suede, which is crazy. You're gonna remember they were super trendy. They were like double or triple row of fringe, and I think Vanessa Hudgens, our style icon.
I'm sure. Wait, were they the Mono? There was a brand that we all were obsessed with.
Minnetonka?
Was it Minnetonka?
I think they was called Minnetonka. Anyways, I just saw Vanessa Hudgens wear them, and I was like, I need any of these.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
But anyway, so I am gonna be going on my first vacation of the year. So excited for it. I've been waiting for it. I'm beyond the point of burnt out right now, like, which is why we needed that break.
You know what I'm
Which is why the break lasted like a month and a half rather than 2 weeks. I think we were both burnt out. But like this, I've been waiting for so long.
Yeah, it's actually crazy because I feel like I've been kind of all over the globe this year.
Yeah.
I actually feel tired. I'm happy to be back, and
And I'm just happy to get out of here.
yeah. For all the trips we've taken, we haven't taken one trip together.
I know.
Zainab.
We will soon. Inshallah.
Inshallah, if we can plan.
Inshallah. Yeah.
As we know, I'm not a planner, and Zainab, as we know, is the most specific planner.
Yeah. I'm not the most specific planner. I like a solid plan, but I also like to give
Leeway
or room
She likes
for like
to plan
spontaneity.
for leeway.
Well, Nia, at least I'm not stressed out all the time.
I'm not stressed out if it's my natural state. It becomes my natural state. My hair's falling out, everyone. I know you're all actually hair news. I cut my hair.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No one even noticed.
No one noticed. I was like, guys, you see a difference? I was like,
What did you do?
okay,
Yeah. No, I looked at you and I was like, you've changed. Something about you is different. And you're like, it's my hair. I'm like, no, babe, it's not your hair.
it's falling out. I had to cut it. I had no choice.
So tell us your updates.
You know, sometimes it'd be like that.
Some things are better left unsaid.
So, you know what? When Oprah said, "Were you silent
Or were you silenced?"
I'm actually silent and silenced right now. So I'm gonna use my Fifth Amendment.
Yeah,
Right?
so Mercury retrograde, I'm assuming
Mercury
not.
retrograded me so hard.
I know, same. I had so many mental breakdowns on the phone with you. I think that was the only time we talked where we would have like 5-minute mental breakdown.
5 minute,
phone call.
5 minute, 50
They were
minute.
not long. No. Like I think around that time we were barely on the phone with each other. I was like really going.
There was
through
that
it.
one day I called you because that really crazy thing happened. Remember when I called you that?
Yeah.
So anyways.
Yeah. So I was going through, and we'd just get on the phone and just cry.
Yeah, which is so healing.
Yeah.
And then
no, it is healing, honestly. Like that's the thing that I love about girlhood is that we understand that we're going through certain emotions and that we need to feel these emotions, and we create spaces for each other to let them out and feel them. And we know that like, okay, this is temporary and it's not going to last. And just, it's a safe space, babes.
I don't know who or where the safe space is because there's no space that feels safe. Zainab.
That's the problem.
There's no space that feels safe to the point where my roof collapsed at some point, and it was like heavy rainfall. So like I was just looking at my ceiling and the water dropping out of it, and I was like, I feel like this metaphorically is actually me. like I'm like, of course, in the middle of my biggest mental breakdown of the year. Second, because we had a really bad one in January. Yeah. This would happen. But you know what? We move. Storyline. Yeah. Character building.
I slashed my tire accidentally.
Yeah.
No, that's the day where I called you and I had a mental breakdown because it wasn't the slashed tire. Like I would have known
it
how
was
to
the
act.
cherry on top.
It was just the cherry on top where it was like, can I catch a break? I was already going through it. It was the last thing I needed. I was like, I just want to go to the gym, do my workout, leave, and then start my day. And then I reversed my car and there was like this nail coming out of a what do you call it?
Gravel?
Not gravel. I can't speak. Balu'a. What's a balu'a in English?
I love that you think I know what that is.
What's a balu'a? Sewer. Yeah. It was like, I don't know where it was coming out of. Like it was a huge ass nail. It was really long. And I reversed my car and I think I hit it while I was reversing. And then the next thing I hear is like, pa! And then just a bunch of like a cloud of smoke.
Oh, you knew right away then.
I thought I like had like drove over something.
Like a whoopee cushion?
I don't know, girl. Okay. Like at that point you're in denial. You're like, please, no, please, anything but that. And then the cleaner passed by and he was looking and I rolled down the window. I'm like, tire? He's like, hey, mama, shuf انت لازم شوف. He's like, yeah. He's like, come down and look at your tire. Babe, I posted a picture on my story. I think you saw it. It was ripped. Yeah. It was like...
I had never seen actually a tire slashed like that. It looked like a knife had slashed into it.
Yeah, it really looked like that. And the funniest thing ever, that was like... I got the most views ever in my life over that story. And it was a bunch
people
of guys.
suffering. See, you know what? Like a part of me is like, is this even interesting? But I'm like, you know what? We love to hear people suffering. Yeah. We love it because we're like, oh my God, I'm not alone.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're suffering too.
You get it? Yay.
No, but it was also like, I think it was half of them were people who were happy that I'm suffering. And the other half were men
enemies.
who are actually... Oh my God. You know what? I want to give a shout out to this girl. I love her so much.
Oh I thought you were going to say, I want to give a shout out to men. I was like, do we do that?
Not men. But no, I had a lot of men. They're like, do you need help? Where are you? Do you need help? I'm like, no,
not the
sir,
where are you?
I'm not falling for that. It's okay. If I would rather like
ask a bear for help.
I'll choose the bear. No, but I had a girl DM me and she was so cute. And she was like, babe, your tire already looked like really dry and you need to pay attention. And she was like giving me all these details. No,
you have to moisturize your tire. Your tire needs a skincare routine.
She sent me an image where it was like I don't know. She was giving me information on tires, like basically like when to get them checked, when to get them changed, and when to do all of that. And I was like, honestly, like slay. No, that is respectfully mom. You know what I mean? Mother. Like,
take your crown and give it to her.
Honestly, yeah, queen shit.
Yeah.
Queen shit. Because it's like, you're like, you know what? Like,
But she knows because she's been through it.
Yeah.
Like when you meet a girl and you're like, mother, she knows it all. That girl has seen the war. That girl is a survivor.
no, it's not just that. It's like, I love that, like the whole, like, I've seen this and I know the ropes. So I'm going to give it to you. So when you're in this situation, you know what to do too. I love that.
I just feel like the older I get, the more I start relating to Britney Spears when she started shaving her head. Like 2007 Britney Spears. I'm like, I really get how you got
think
there.
Everybody now understands
Yeah.
how she got there.
Because when you were a girl, what's wrong? Now I'm like, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I think everybody honestly relates to Britney now. And that's
Proof
why.
is in the pudding. You guys left us in the trauma box we left during the
Yeah.
Let's Get Spicy.
That's honestly why we created it. Because we knew everybody was going through it. And we're like, here's your outlet, you guys. This is the trauma dump box. And let us know if you like it. We'll do it more often. Maybe every Mercury retrograde, we do a trauma dump box.
I'm down. You know, my favorite people are the ones that were like, sorry, my trauma's super long. Let me DM you. And they DM us paragraphs upon paragraphs of their trauma. And you know what? Me, I'm so invested. I was reading. I was
know. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's what
I
you're going
love
through.
the responses that we get.
I know.
Yeah. Do you want to
I want to start with my absolute favorite response from the trauma box of Let's Get Spicy. Don't forget, Let's Get Spicy is every Friday, so don't miss on our story. Someone said I'm promoting your podcast on Tinder.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I want the guys on Tinder watching us, honestly. Who is
Or the
she
girls.
promoting to?
Or the girls. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl who
Okay,
said that.
yeah, maybe.
We really don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, ma'am, sir. Thank you so
Ma'am,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. It's not much, but it's honest work.
Honestly, my favorite though,
Yeah. What's your favorite?
it's short and sweet. It said men.
I can see how she got to that conclusion.
Honestly, I can see it too. Like, I don't want men to start crying now and be like, it's like, we're not talking about all men unless if you're offended, then you're probably one of those men. But you guys, like, it's not looking good out there.
No, but
Like,
you know what it is? It's like, even the men, because I was talking to
even the men know they suck.
like I was talking to someone the other day, and he verbatim said, he's like, listen, it's gonna sound crazy, but sometimes I really fucking hate men, and I hate men more than you hate men because they make me look bad as a fellow man. Because I'm like, guys, we can't be doing that. We can't be acting like that. The girlies know.
I know.
They have the terms as well.
Like,
and they're like, we do have the terms. We have the terminology of what you're doing, benching, gaslighting, all that. We been known, sirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I know women are not, absolved
Innocente.
or innocent, but like, we're not as bad as you guys.
Yeah.
We really aren't.
Because we aren't as good at gaslighting. I feel like we're just not as good. We're good at manipulating situations.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I feel like women have been conditioned
To feel crazy.
To not just to feel crazy. We've been conditioned to manipulate to get what we want. Not manipulate. I would say like to scheme.
Because we have to.
Yeah.
I really feel like this is like, you know what? I don't care. I support women's rights and I support women's wrongs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like when a girl gets away with the madness, I'm like, a man's gone away with worse.
Honestly,
So get your bag. Get your bag.
Get your back. But we love to villainize women more than we do men.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Society like cannot stand a female villain. Like but I mean, okay, I know it's a bit outdated now, but it's like Blake Lively. Like I feel like everyone went crazy. Listen, do I think she's self-aware? I don't actually think she's self-aware, but I also think she's like a white she's a white privileged girly. Like,
It
what are you
is
talking
white
about?
privilege. Like she honestly, she acts like every white privileged girl that I know or I know of.
No, but also she's been like super famous since she was like 20 or something. Like she's never had a normal life. Like guys, like, are you really surprised? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like, am I impressed with the whole thing? No. Like, I don't think she realized what she was doing. I'm not excusing it. Like, it's not excusable.
Yeah.
But also I'm like, guys, look at the pedestal she was put on. Are we
that's
gonna
the
forget
thing.
that she was worshipped? Are we gonna all forget she was
So
like a
that's the
queen?
thing that I don't like that I've been seeing recently. It's where people lift someone up and they put them on that pedestal for years, and then they just build them up to take them down, and then like thrive in seeing them like being
Suffer.
Yeah.
We did it to Britney. We did it to Mariah.
Yeah, but Brittany, honestly, like she didn't deserve any of it.
No. Do you remember what her man did to her?
Which
K-Fed.
one?
Yeah.
Which one?
She kept getting screwed over. Like every guy has screwed her over, and like the press is always
And her
cruel to her.
own family screwed her over, and the press screwed her over. To me, I don't think anyone should celebrate like Britney's downfall, because this woman is obviously like she still is.
Or anyone's
mentally
downfall. You guys push these people to godlike status, and then you destroy them, and then you're all mad that they're not aware. Yeah, of course they're
And
not
it's
aware.
like on to the next.
Yeah, but the thing is, of course you're not aware. If you keep allowing insane behavior or bratty behavior, they will turn into brats. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of brat, if someone says brat anything, I'll keel over and die. Also, demure.
Oh my God.
It's finished now.
Let's get back to the let's get spicy responses. So someone said, my ex of 10 years is back and wants to meet me next week. Mind you, he had a baby behind my back, ghosted me after an argument, and I dumped his ass after 11 years together, and suddenly he's coming to town next week.
I need the update.
Basically moving to my country and getting a job here. Give us the update. Did he move? Did he get a job?
No.
Where did he get a job?
Listen,
Let's sabotage him.
I don't care about any of this. I know he contacted you. I want screenshots. You know who you are. Send us screenshots. I'm involved. This is my Netflix show. This is what I'm tuning into.
But you know what? Is anyone surprised that men are behaving like this? Like, this is how they act.
Doesn't this happen to you?
This is
what happened to you, girl.
Are we going to talk about it? Should we talk about it?
Talk about it.
Look at her eyes. Mia's eyes just glowed up. She's like, talk about it.
I'm on day 2 of not sleeping. I've not had a wink of sleep. I got here at the airport at 5 a.m. and I'm filming on the same day. Guys, it's rough out here for the girlies.
Yeah.
But this story, you're not the first. She's not the first. What is up with that?
First, yeah.
Men that go and that leave you, impregnate another woman, have a whole ass child, and come back. How does it feel to be mentally ill? How does it feel?
So this person only starts talking to me when he senses that I'm over it, and you know it. Like every single time. Like, and we've had so many situations where I'm like, look, don't talk to me. Like, just don't. And then I'm an idiot too. Like, I'm weak. Sometimes I have my moments of weakness. And I'm like, I miss him. I'm just a girl. And I'm like, oh, I miss him. And then whatever. Anyways, but I noticed like this man, every time he notices me pulling away or being distant, he does more. He
manifests himself into her life in any way he can. It's actually hilarious.
It's insane.
He'll send you the weirdest reels to try and be relevant.
To try to be relevant. And the fact that, okay, so I unfollowed him on Instagram first. I didn't block him. I just like soft blocked, like just unfollowed him, removed him as a follower, whatever.
Soft unlaunch.
Soft. That's what it is. And then, so we start talking again, and I was like, look, like, you know what? We're just gonna be friends. Let's just be civil.
Famous last words. We're just gonna be friends.
You know what? Why did I do that? Like, you know, I just sit there and I'm like, for what? For what? For what?
ويا ريته يستاهل.
بالضبط. يعني this man disrespected you. Why are you trying to be friends with a man who disrespected you, who you told
you have enough friends?
You told you are not my friend.
That's true. You did say. Girls are so serious. You're not my friend. Do you want to be friends?
Yeah,
you're just my friend. We're just friends. No, honestly, we don't know. Honestly,
we're just very like.
We're fickle. We'll change our minds.
Yeah.
We'll change our minds. Listen, if I said I don't want to be held accountable for anything I say on this podcast. Let me make it very clear. If I believe something today and I tell you I believe this wholeheartedly and I back this, tomorrow I change my mind.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, I probably will change my mind.
We're telling you right now, please do not take.
This is not the Bible.
Yeah, this is not the Bible. Do not take everything that we say to heart.
I know I said this is the Bible before.
It's
but
not.
this is the proof that I'll change my mind.
You guys, literally, we look at our episodes from last month and we're like, I don't believe in that anymore.
I don't believe in that. That's not me. But also, like, do you feel like sometimes we sit here and we say things and we black out? Yeah. And then we come out, I'm like, that was so good. And then we sit there and edit, I'm like, I said that? Who is this? I don't believe in that. I would never.
Back to this idiot.
What should we nickname him?
Oh, we should nickname him. Wait, we did we not?
The mailman. I'm calling him the mailman.
The mailman?
Because he always comes back.
But yeah, so now he's been trying to contact
Mail
me.
himself.
Like, so mind you, when we started talking again, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me follow him back on Instagram. He has a public account. Doesn't follow me back. And then one time he calls me and I brought it up. I'm like, when are you going to follow me back? And he's like, oh, see, whatever.
First of all, you'll see what? You'll see what?
Exactly. And then like he did this thing like one of the times we spoke when I asked him like, when are you gonna follow me back on Instagram? No, whatever. We were chatting, we had a good conversation, and then he was like, okay, I'll call you back later.
Doesn't call. You know, that's my biggest pet peeve of life. That I don't care what you have going on. You can text me like, oh sorry babe, I got caught up. I'll call you back and you don't call back.
And you never call. No, and he's like, I'll call you after work. I'll call you after work.
You know how we act? We don't bring it up like we act like, oh, we forgot. We didn't forget. No girl forgets when a guy says, I'll call you back. We remember.
We remember it so well.
We keep it in our arsenal of things that when we're going to fight you, we add.
Yep.
And you never even call me back.
Wait for this. Yeah. So obviously like 2 days after him not calling back, I was like, I am done with this. I am over this. Like this man will only like basically.
She called me. She said, he's dead. The mail is not coming anymore.
The mail is not coming. Exactly. Nobody's delivering it.
We're environmentally friendly. We don't want it.
Yeah. So every time, like I said, like every time I'm distant, this man starts coming back and does more. And then when he catches me, he like disappears. And I'm the idiot to fall for it every time.
Yes, you are.
I am. I'll admit that. I'm flawed. I'm not perfect. But I'm hot in my red dress.
And you should be watching on YouTube because honestly, the outfits are a slay today.
Slay.
We said we'd come back.
Yeah. So anyways, I decide to unfollow him because I was like, I'm done with this. Like it shouldn't take you this long to follow me back. Like, are you trying to punish me? Are you trying to teach me a lesson?
Also, it's so dumb. Like, follow me back. What do you
follow me back?
I'm not your fan.
And instead of calling me back or following me back or doing any of that, this man decides to send me an Instagram reel on iMessage. So he doesn't DM it. He sends it on iMessage because he knows we don't follow each other anymore. And I don't respond to it. 2 days later, calls me. 3 a.m. My phone's on Do Not Disturb.
By the way, he knows the time difference.
3 a.m. calls me. And I don't pick up. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, what the I'm like, I don't have time for this.
She's like, I have a gym session.
Yeah, I go to the gym. Calls me at the gym at 7. So I'm like, oh, you know what time it is. I never call this man back. He calls me while I was at the gym. And then I was like, all right, I'll leave the gym and I'll call you back. Knowing fully that I was not going to call him back because I'm like, what do we have to say to each other?
You're not my friend.
You're not my friend. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to marry me.
You don't even want to follow me on Instagram.
You don't even want to follow me on Instagram. So what is this dance that we keep doing? You're just trying to like pull me back into this cycle every single time because you don't like, it's kind of like, I want to put you on the back burner until I'm ready. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to like, you know what I mean? See what I can do. But these men,
you're being benched, baby girl. Yeah.
But honestly, once you're benched, you're never getting off that bench.
You're never playing.
The lesson. Yeah.
You're never going to play.
You're never going to play.
Look at, I don't know NBA, but look at the people on the bench.
Bench warmers. So yeah, calls me and then he's like, calls me while I was at the gym and I was like, I'll call you back when I leave the gym. Never call him back. And then I'm sitting there working. Like, actually, I have things to do.
Feeding the kids.
Walking the kids in nature. I
don't walk in nature.
Putting food on the table.
Yeah.
But anyways, so calls me while I'm working and he's like, oh, so I'm on the back burner now. And I'm like, what? He's like, you said you were going to call me back and you never called. And then guess what I did?
Congratulations, you're now a bench warmer too.
I did an Uno reverse on him. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you said you're going to call me back and you didn't call me back. And I was like, oh, so does that mean that every time you say you're going to call me back and you don't, you're putting me on the back burner?
Yes, they are.
You just gave me the answer, sir.
Secrets.
You just revealed yourself.
Secrets revealed.
You just gave away. You revealed.
No, he showed you his cards, plain and simple.
Yeah.
You know the really corny saying, when someone tells you who they are, you gotta believe them. That was that plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm done with him.
I'm done with him too.
He's the weakest link.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right.
So whoever you are, please give us updates.
We need to follow up.
Also, like, I love that she put a vom emoji, so that means that I don't think she's gonna be giving this guy a chance.
Yeah, but I still want to see what happened. Also, like, if you went out to meet him, I get it. Because I'm so curious. I feel like I just go for the storyline. Like, I'd be like, I have no desire to be here, but I'll go for the girlies. Because everything we do is for the girlies at this point. Yeah.
We have one that said, I'm assuming this is what she means. So it says verbatim, I got together with the guy I've liked for years with a friend. So I think
she was basically saying she hooked her friend with the guy. I was like, I'm so sorry. Why would you do that?
Why did you do that?
You're going to hate your friend now.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why?
Listen, girl.
Were you trying to act cool and be like, oh, I'm not into him. You can have him.
Girly, what do you follow up with us too, by the way, because I'm also curious what happened there. Also, does she know? Because we all know who we like as girls.
Honestly, okay. So if your friend knows that you've liked this guy for years
and she allowed
and
that?
she still allowed it, I don't know. But it's weird because it's like, what if he is not into her but is into the friend?
I mean, okay,
we had this conversation, like,
guys, we had the weirdest conversation. Basically, our conversation was, if we start dating a guy and he likes one of us, because listen, physically, like, we're not the same genre, and we don't like the same genre of men.
Genre?
Yeah, like, you're the taller
type.
genre.
It's called type, man.
No, I want to do genre. I want to do genre. Genre's more exciting. Like, you're a lot taller. You go to the gym at 6 a.m. Cannot catch me dead.
6:30 now.
You can't catch me at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. So I'm sleeping. Gym at 6 a.m. Anyways, so like, we're different flavor, you know? And we like different flavors. But in the unlikely event that one of us date someone and he likes the other one, I was like, take him. Because if you're his vibe and he's your vibe, like, why would I stop you from being in love?
Yeah.
But also, if you're doing that to me, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it.
I don't, like, honestly, if
but also,
okay, so
we've never really had anyone that's actually seriously interested that has liked either of us, because I think on camera
we're very different.
Well, I think it's on camera, people are like, oh, they get along, no. But guys, like, we get along because we're like yin and yang.
Yeah.
Like, we get on because we like the same things, but we're actually so different.
But you don't think there's one guy who would be into both of us?
No, but I think he's the type of guy that likes every girl. You know the guy
that
likes every girl. Like, what's your preference?
She has a pulse. She's hot.
I know a guy. You know the same guy. There's never a girl he's not interested in. And if you align every one of those girls, it makes no sense. And look, I'm all for seeing beauty in everything and everyone, but make it make sense, sir. Are you just desperate? Yeah, actually, it's just desperate.
No, but that's the thing. It's like, okay, if I see that there's no pattern,
I'm so sorry.
If I see that there's no pattern, and like, okay, it doesn't have to be physical.
No,
maybe it's a personality. It's a vibe. It's whatever. If I don't see any pattern in the girls that you're interested in, and it's like every single girl that I introduce you to, and you're like, oh, she's hot, like, introduce me to her, whatever. No. And I'm like, what is your type?
Like,
do you
the
even
guy
have a
that
type?
likes the girl that goes hiking and swimming in the lake and like a tent in the mountains, camping, is not maybe gonna be as obsessed with a girl that's like, no, I'm staying in a hotel and I will look at nature from behind the window. Hi, that's literally me. I love looking at
That's
nature.
literally me and you. You're literally describing us.
Like, I'm
such a nature girly.
Me too. I'd be lying. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. I'm so one with nature. One with nature. There is a wall between me and nature. That's how I like it.
Who is one with nature? You? Sure.
I have a fear of like insects. I don't want to get a rash. Honestly, like, every time I'm outside, something happens. I'm like, I'm gonna be indoors.
No, but my question was, when we had this conversation, was, what if I had dated a guy?
Yeah.
And
I thought he was cute.
And no. And it didn't work out, or we broke up.
Yeah.
And then you guys realized that you had a vibe and you wanted to date.
The thing is, like, when a friend of mine dates a man, to me, he's dead to me. Like, he doesn't, like, I like dehumanize him a little bit. Like, to me, he becomes, I swear to God, like,
that's
an
how it
entity.
is. Like, for me too, like when my friends date a guy or they're married to a guy or whatever, it's like you're
not a man
automatically
anymore.
like, no, you're cousin.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I give you cousin vibes.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm giving.
Like,
that's the vibe.
But also, I pride myself on being very good buddy
Yeah.
with my really good friends as men. Like, all of them, I have a very, like, good relationship with them where they're like my brothers, where if they want to organize a surprise for the girl, I'm the go-to. So I'm like, I have such a, like, bromance with all these people that I'm like, that's just what they are. Like, they become family. So it's like, it's kind of just hard to imagine that I would ever look at someone and be like, oh, he's kind of cute. Like, it's just not a possibility. And I don't think, as much as we're like, okay, take him. Yeah, we'd both take him, but neither of us would actually take him. You know what I mean? I'd be like, girl, just take
It's
him.
done. No,
And
it's done.
like, no.
I'm sorry. Like, if you've dated my friend and then you realize like, oh, I'm into you more than your friend.
You should have known from the start.
You should have known from the start.
You should have taken your time instead of rushing into something.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, let's move on from dating before the haram police lose their shit.
Yeah. 'Cause no one's ever dated.
We're kidding. We will never stop talking about dating because guess what? Everybody dates, and even if they're not talking about it, they're doing it.
Everybody loves when we talk about dating.
Everybody loves
Guys,
when we talk about
the
dating.
the best reactions we get from the Let's Get Spicy's
Is when we talk about
relationship.
People
People
have
have so
not
much
just
to say.
dating, like anything, marriage, dating, relationships.
Yeah. And even like when I say relationship, like in any way, like friends, coworkers, whatever, like people love human interaction.
Yeah.
But obviously like dating.
And we're
always
not,
hits.
you guys, please, we're not the authority on relationships because we're both very single.
I thought we said we're both mentally ill. I was gonna be like, yeah. But also
I'm single by choice, honestly, because I just like, I'm not settling. I am not settling for anyone. And I have ridiculous standards. No, they're not ridiculous. I just have standards. I have standards and boundaries.
I'm just a girl.
And that's all she's going to say.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much. Okay.
Let's just leave it at that. So I want to talk about something.
For once in your life, you want to talk?
I could shut up for a moment in my life. What are we talking about?
Have you heard about the term yapper girlfriend? I saw that in chat. I was like, oh my God, that's literally us. Never shut the up. Actually,
Yeah.
I think we're beyond yapper girlfriend.
No. I like.
I'm yapper girlfriend. I think you're never shut the girlfriend.
I'm never shut the up. I will never. No. Even my friend always says, like, he calls me garaga. Like, garaga is in Kuwaiti, like Arabic. But it's
You're like a
mostly
Hoover
Kuwaiti.
because don't even take a break.
Because
I'll take a break
I
where
will
I'm
talk
like,
about
and
anything and everything.
then start again. And you're like, nose up.
No, but I've been noticing lately, I don't have the energy to talk about things anymore. I think I've used up all my yapping energy.
Or then, you know how sometimes, because you have 3 best friends, and I'm one of those 3, obviously. And you'll say the story to the 3 of us. So by the time it's the first 2 people get the best version. By the time it's the 3rd, she stops midway. She's like, I don't have the energy. And then she gets hyped. She's like, but you know what? La, 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 la. But then halfway she's like, but I don't even want to talk about it anymore. She keeps talking about it. It's so funny. Because sometimes I'm the 3rd one, because if I'm traveling, I'm getting it last.
Yeah. But if she's here, she's getting it first.
Yeah. If I'm
or sometimes
here,
even when you're traveling, you're getting it first.
I'm either first or last. I'm never second. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm either first or last.
Yeah.
If I don't answer, you're getting it. But
don't you love getting it last because you get the takes of the 2 people?
Yeah. I do. And then I decide how I want to feel. Because sometimes I have your back.
And sometimes she's like, babes.
And sometimes I'm like, I just think this is a moment.
Have your moment. Have your moment.
And in my head, I'm like, she's going through things. I just gotta let her go through things. And then a few days later, I'm like, do you remember when you did this? And Zainab's like, ha 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 ha. And then that's it. That's her saying like I was spiraling.
I was spiraling.
She just laughs and she claps. She's like, ah!
I was like, I can't believe I said that.
Who is she?
I didn't even know who I was.
In conclusion, I think this episode is just us admitting we have split personalities. Yeah.
So this is something you and I have talked about.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Because I have some shit to say. I want to get some shit off my chest.
We're so shocked.
I have something to say.
We have a whole podcast.
I've been silent for a month and a half.
We came back with a vengeance.
Yesterday, I was chilling with Zeus. You remember Zeus? She's a guest, friend of the pod, Zeus.
Shout out Zeus.
Shout out Zeus. So we were chilling, and then we had a conversation, and obviously we went on
you
like
remember Zeus. I'm so sorry.
I know, it was a joke. We went on like 500 tangents, and then she tells me, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, if it's too much, just tell me to stop. It's okay. Like, I just love like rambling about things, whatever." And I'm like,
She's a yapper. I love that.
and I'm like, "Babe, I love yapping. I have a podcast." And she was like, "I know. I was a guest on that podcast." And then she started laughing.
She's the first guest.
She was, yeah.
Oh, Zeus.
No, obviously, I know she knows I have a podcast. It was just a joke. But yeah, but anyways, moving on. So I have a lot to say, and I'm going to say it. So I've noticed lately, and I've talked to you about this. So I had a few situations.
By the way, this is the proof that we can never do a month and a half of not podcasting again. Have we ever spoken this fast? I feel like we're on 1.5.
I feel like I'm on 1.5. Anyways, so I've noticed lately, I've clocked a few people like have unfollowed. And we talk about this a lot of time, have unfollowed my personal account. And that's fine. You know, I didn't realize we're beefing. You know,
I'm going to disagree with that.
I support you. You want to unfollow me?
I'm going to disagree with that. I'm a big fan of unfollowing. Like, if I don't want to see you, I'm unfollowing.
We'll get into that because I have a question.
I'll remove you.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you want to unfollow me, cool, unfollow me. I don't care. You don't vibe with my content. You don't see yourself being my friend, whatever it is.
You don't see the vision.
You don't see the vision.
You understand there's a concept, but it's not your concept.
Beef with me? Because
she's throwing guns there. For people who don't see, Zainab's throwing gang signs right now. She's like, you want to beef with me?
You want to
gang
beef?
sign.
Catch me outside.
With her long weapon-ass nails.
My claws.
Claws of destruction.
But here's the thing. If you want to unfollow, that's your choice. I support you. But, and it's a big but, if you are going to unfollow me, you better also remove me from your followers.
I am
because
nobody's
guess
fan.
I am not your fan. Remove me, especially if you have a private account. Just fucking remove me. Why is it that like you unfollow me and then have me as a follower? Like if we're beefing, and guess what? I told you this. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna call him out. Go crazy. She's spiraling. I had my own cousins unfollow me, and I'm like, okay, well that's it. When I see you at the family gathering,
what I like about this podcast is that we air out so much dirty laundry. Like we air out family dirty laundry, ex dirty laundry, current dirty laundry. Like you guys name it, we've aired it. Every week I say this. I just do not think we're at a point where our families can keep watching this. Like I just don't.
Honestly, no, this is a warning. Take this as a cautionary tale. Because this is the difference between you and I. You're like, family, don't watch this. I'm like, no, take it as a cautionary tale because I will call you out. If you hurt me, I'll call you out.
I'm not even a fan of following my family on social media. Like I follow 3 family. Like I've made 3 or 4. I don't know. Anyways, I made my decision. I have my select few. The rest, I don't need to see your content.
Okay, so my question to you though is, do you take unfollows personally?
No, I don't care.
Really? No, but like if it's your cousin and you have no beef with them and they all of a sudden decide to unfollow you but like leave you as a follower.
I don't care.
You don't care? No. Why do I? It's not that I care.
No,
it's just, it bothers me. It's like, okay, well, cool. Okay, I guess like you could have just muted me if my content bothers you that much.
No, because honestly, like I had one cousin once not just unfollow me but block me, and I was like, oh my god, thank God, because I had been wanting to like unfollow her for so long because the content she would post would honestly cringe me out. And like
just mute her.
No, I was like, oh, listen, it sounds really mean, but sometimes I'm just like, do I need to be seeing this? And also the things that she would post, I was like, this is not Twitter, girl. Like, I don't need to be knowing about your on and off situations. Like, this was too much.
She's subtweeting?
She was subtweeting on Instagram. I was like, yeah, and I was, do we all need to be here? And then she would put the lock emoji on the bio.
Like that she's with someone now.
Yeah, and the initials, I was like, this is as bad as the guys that put the good vibe only with the palm tree emoji. I was like, this is just not. I'm here to look at couches on the internet. Memes. That's it. That's why I'm here on Instagram.
So you come on. You're telling me.
So when she blocked me, I was like, divine intervention, because I was like, do I want to be the one that starts the drama? I don't. I'm too tired. I'm sleepy. I don't want it. So I was like, this divine intervention. So thank you so much. You know what? Unfollow me. Do me the favor. I'll unfollow you back. There's no beef. Thank you so much for your service.
What about you, Tariq? Do you take unfollows personally?
No.
How do you interact with someone who's unfollowed you on Instagram in person when you run into them in person?
He doesn't. He's just like me. You know, one thing about Tariq is that he really is my brother.
Yeah. Look, I don't care. I'm not taking it personally. The thing that I take personally,
guys, she doesn't care. She doesn't care, okay?
No, but that's what I'm saying. The thing that I take personally is when you unfollow me, but keep me as a follower.
Put your gang signs down. Put your gang signs down. She's like, I don't care. She's still throwing hands. Put the guns down.
All right. The guns are down. Let's move on from this conversation. I want to ask you, what are you completely, utterly over right now?
Okay, first of all,
she was so quick. She's like, okay, she was waiting for this question.
I don't have problems with people. I have problems with the internet. I love the internet. Obviously, I am a child of the internet. It's my favorite place to be. Like, I live here. If I hear brat this, brat that, demure this, cutesy that, I will throw myself in the ocean.
You know what made it worse?
In the polluted side as well, the petrol. I will put my head in the sand so deep I will hit the petrol. That's
where the sewage water comes out. That's where you're gonna throw yourself.
It's done now. It's done.
The demure and brat thing, like the whole thing just went to shit when it became like capitalistic in a way. You know what I mean? When the corporations and the brands started being like, is that brat or demure? Is that it's like shut
You know when it died to me, like really died?
The first week or the second week of like demure.
Second week.
Yeah, when
second
people
week
went over, like we were all watching what's her name?
Girl.
Jules LeBron something, I don't know. But we were watching her on TikTok, and then like I think one of her videos like blew up, went viral. And
it's
then
like,
when
you
it
see how I
reached
do my
the
makeup to
masses,
work?
when it reached the masses and the brands and everything was demure, mindful, cutesy. And after that week of it going viral, I was just like, I can't. Like, if I hear someone say demure one more time.
Thing is, I'm happy for her. Like, get the bag. She's great.
No, but you know what happened,
else
though?
That's annoying.
Also,
What?
do you know what happened?
No.
She made a video. She was crying. Basically, someone went and actually copyrighted demure before she could get to it. Very demure. But someone was telling her that she could counter sue or something. I don't know. But it's like, okay, good for you. Great. Traveling the world, making money, doing that. But like it's overkill. And it's not her fault. I think it's like people on the internet just jumping on trends.
Like you're jumping on the bandwagon and it's not even for you. Like, you know, I think I miss a time where I know we have cores right now, but I feel like everyone wants to be a part of every single core. And I kind of miss the time on the internet where we had niches and everyone had their niche and everyone was doing their thing.
Yeah.
And you didn't feel the FOMO of like, I have to be part of everything. I feel like we've gone to the point where everyone has FOMO and they want to be a part of every single thing.
But why do people feel that way? Like, I honestly, like, I'm over trends. I don't like to keep up with trends anymore.
Same.
Like, honestly, because it's like, what are we all, cattle? We all dress the same, look the same. Like,
and even with like a fashion note, like even with vintage, like the beauty of buying vintage is having one unique piece. When you want to go source the same bag as everyone else, like I don't even want to see the names of the bags that I have on my wish list, and it's vintage bags because they're hard to source. And I'm like, and I feel like every single person starts to look the same, dress the same. The point is to be original.
Yeah.
The point is not to have the same top from a fast fashion brand that everyone's wearing. Like, guys, we're
it's
losing
nice
it
if you see it and you actually like it, then okay,
if you like
that's
it, fine.
different.
Yeah.
If you like it, but if you're wearing it just because it's trending and I have to be on trend, I have to be seen.
Otherwise, if the FOMO hits you too hard, like I'm like, we're losing.
And we have that here in Kuwait, Habbat. And we have like different restaurants or whatever, like Habbat going
like, it's
around.
normal.
And everybody's like, no, I have to be the first to try this. I have to be one of the first people to post about it, to talk about it, to wear it, to try it, to whatever. And it's like, get a personality.
And then
Get a
do
fucking
you even
personality.
like it?
No, a lot of people don't, but they feel the need to stay on top of trends or show people that they're like trendy so they can seem cool or whatever. And that to me, like, honestly is embarrassing. Like when I see someone who's like constantly trying to be trending, I'm like, you're not a cool person.
Yeah. Get a personality.
And
Use
we
your
would
brain.
know. No, I'm kidding. Like, we would know we're cool. I'm kidding. Obviously, Mia. Anyways, what else are you over?
I'm over caring. I'm in this place where I think clearly you guys can see I really just don't care. I'm happy like that though. Like I feel like I'm just doing me. Like I'm also over like, hush, like I'm done with summer. Like I'm done with all this dosha. Like I just wanna follow whatever my heart desires, really. And I want to do what makes me happy, and I really don't really care about the rest. Which I feel like is always low key my mood, but I'm really in it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I like that for you. For me too. I feel like I'm in that mood. But one thing like I'm really, 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 really over is people thinking that just because someone reads or references or talks about certain books or movies or whatever, that they're like an intelligent, intellectual person. Like even the fucking podcasts that we see now where like people are just sitting behind a desk and talking very seriously about things and saying these like, you know, these what do they call them? Quotables or like these phrases, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone's
and then
trying
everybody's
so
like, oh, they're so smart. It's like, people, use your brain.
Buy the
your
merch. Use your brain.
Buy the merch, use your brain. But yeah, I'm so over that where people think that just because they read a book, then that makes them an intellectual, or you have to sit and act a certain way to be an intellectual.
Or you can't watch
Or an
trash
intelligent
TV.
person.
Like, listen, pause. Did you know that? I think, listen, don't quote me on this. I think someone said like people who watch like those reality shows are actually really smart because they watch it for like sociological reasons. Pause. I feel like that's so real. When I watch Love Is Blind, and I get on the phone
When
with
we
you,
watch Love Is Blind,
and I got on the phone with
literally
you.
had a, remember when I actually watched it and I was taking notes?
Yeah.
And I was like, I called you after. I'm like, okay, I'm all caught up. So this is what I want to talk about.
No, but it's like we watch. First of all, I'm not saying we're smart or dumb. I'm saying like I think.
No, I feel like honestly,
Listen,
it depends.
I don't have to prove my intelligence to anyone.
Thank you.
Like I'm not here to flex or not flex. Like I really don't care. But I think just do whatever you want to do. Who cares? If you feel like you're above everyone and you feel the need to rub it in, I think honestly seek psychological help. You're no better than anyone. You're not smarter than anyone. Like it doesn't matter what books you've read. It doesn't matter what you've studied. Like all of that, it's very irrelevant.
Yeah.
Your intelligence to me is measured by how you make people feel.
Yeah.
If you could lift people up, make them feel good, because it's a hard time for everyone. Like the whole world's going through it. Like we're in the middle of insane crises, whether it's water, whether it's the economy, whether it's the job market, whether it's family life.
About the economy, please, Lord.
Yeah, but like even like family life, like it's our generations and the ones after us and even like before us, like, it's hard right now for everyone. You know, I think
It is hard, yeah.
I think if you can make someone feel good, then to me, it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You're the most intelligent person for doing that, because you never know whose life you're saving and whose life you're bettering.
And that's the thing. Like, remember when before we launched this podcast, we got some exclusive, or we showed people, friends, our episode exclusively because we wanted to get feedback, obviously, on it. And then one of the comments was that you guys look unprofessional because you're on couches and you should sit on a desk and no. And I'm like, what is this mentality of like, it's a podcast. Who said that the rules for a podcast are that we have to sit on a desk and talk about books and name drop?
Also, we're not professionals. Like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't study psychology. I studied law.
I can be a professional podcaster, but I can sit on a couch because the vibe of the podcast is that it's
casual,
it's fun, it's lighthearted, it's casual.
Also, this is a group hang.
Yeah,
it's us. And us.
You are in our living room right now.
We're hanging out as a family.
As a family. As a unit. You guys. Unity. Yeah, but that's the thing that I feel like people are so dumb sometimes, where it's like they don't listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
They are listening to how you're saying it.
And they're not, and it's like they're preparing what they're gonna say. They want to look at you just to say something, just to have something to say, something to criticize. It's okay to not have anything to say, by the way.
It's not just like saying something or not having something to say. It's more of like people like they're not listening to what exactly you're saying. They just hear you using like big words, referencing like titles, authors, whatever, books, no,
You
whatever.
really can't say that about us with saying bra.
And then they're like, oh, this person is so smart. They're so smart. That's not what makes a person smart, you guys. Please, can we move away from that idea and actually like, just enjoy things for what they actually are. I don't know. I don't know where that advice came from, but
anyways, we hope you're enjoying your back to school season.
Back to school.
In session. Class.
And this is your school. Sprinkles and Spice is a school. Madrasa. It's probably a shitty school. We wouldn't recommend don't put your kids here.
Again, take whatever we say with a
grain of salt. Yeah, for sure.
We're not professionals.
We are not licensed professionals. We are just girls who are talking about our experiences.
We're yappers.
And we have a lot of opinions and we love to yap.
Mm-hmm. On that note.
I don't want to end it, but we have to. All right, you guys. Well, if you enjoyed this episode,
like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, come up to us and give us a hug. I've missed being Kuwait. I miss meeting the spam fam. I feel like I'm meeting my actual friends.
Just not an awkward hug, please.
Or an awkward hug. Why not? Make it weird.
Let's make it weird.
Let's all leave feeling a bit weird, a bit uncomfortable.
Speak for yourself. I don't know if I want that.
And when are we seeing them?
Next Wednesday.
For real this time?
For real this time. We are not going to make you wait
6 more weeks.
All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye.